Hey, first grade. Today you're going to get one big sheet of white paper. You also need a black crayon. We're going to start off by putting our names on the back. Mr. Calvert. And you are either my 1A, B, or C. Or we're going to flip it over. Today we're going to start off by drawing 3 nice big buildings with some faces on it, kind of like Mr. Rizzi. So I'm probably going to start off towards the left and work my way across. We know that buildings are very geometric. They're oftentimes rectangles, so I will expect to see a lot of straight lines. So I might do a big vertical. Might do another big vertical. So this is going to be one building right here. You could do it straight across. You could do a diagonal. I would think about those lines that we learned in kindergarten that you could add to the tops of these buildings. Maybe I want to do kind of a curved line on the top of my building. I can do another building. This one's going to be touching the one before it, next to it. So maybe this time I'm going to do a couple diagonals, like that. And I've got one more building. I'm going to put this one off to the side. I'm going to do a vertical. And I'm going to do maybe a diagonal again, going up like this. Right? So I have 1, 2, and 3 buildings. Right? Don't make them too high up on your paper because the next time we're going to add 3 more buildings to it. After we have these 3 buildings drawn, we need to give them some windows and some faces. So we saw that Mr. Rizzi liked to use some wild expressions. So think about what kind of eyes you want to use. I'm doing one big, one little here. He's got a yelling mouth. I can give him a couple windows, which are squares. Don't overdo it on the windows. You don't want to have 100 of them because that would take you forever to trace. Maybe I want to do this kind of sideways triangle eyes. He looks kind of mad. Giving him some windows too. And I've got one more building to work on. Maybe this one's just going to be a nice big smiling building. Once again, give him some windows. Don't overdo it on those windows. Alright, so you do 3 buildings. Notice all the vertical lines that I did. Then connect those vertical lines with some of those lines that you know to give so that way they're not all just rectangles. When you're done with that, the last thing you need to do is take that black crayon and carefully trace all of those pencil lines, including your face and your windows. After you've traced everything, you are finished for the day. So you're drawing 3 buildings with expressions. Then trace everything with a crayon. When you're all done, put your black crayon back where it belongs. We'll make a nice, neat pile of these up on the front counter.